Hi everyone, it's Suzanne Gundersen of Transform Connections, where I offer stress-resilient solutions that empower people to self-heal. I wanted to come on and share with you energy tapping today with regards to fear of being alone. Now, I teach tapping in 4 easy steps, and the training that I offer, it really gives you a skill set to be able to use tapping to be able to transform any issues that you might have personally for you. So many of us right now are living in times where we're feeling isolated and alone. And so it's really important for us to know that we are connected to so much more than we can even perceive in this moment through our bodies. But yet it doesn't stop us from having that experience of feeling alone. So in order for us to start tapping, I want you to know the tapping points I like to use. First is between your eyes, side of the eye, under your eye, on your collarbones, and then you're going to grab your wrist. Now, how we do tapping is in 4 easy steps. Step number 1 is I'm going to invite you to think of those experiences that might trigger you to feel like you're alone. Whatever that might be that's unique to you. When you hear the words, I fear being alone, I don't like being alone, what does that mean to you? What are the times that you remember? What are the memories that you have of being alone? Maybe it's just a picture in your mind or a movie. Maybe it's a sound, or maybe it's just you telling yourself you don't like being alone. Or maybe it's a real sensation you experience. So step number 1 of tapping is always to go to that reference point of how you know. Step number 2 is give that experience that you're having an intensity number on a scale of 0 to 10. If 0 means it doesn't bother you and 10 means it really bothers you, what number would you give it? And try and find something that's higher than a 6, meaning find a reference that's going to help you get triggered to a place of being at least a 6 or higher. And then step number 3 of tapping is to really aim at the part that stands out the most, the part that's kind of uncomfortable, usually uncomfortable, that makes you feel like, oh, I just don't want to go to that part of it. Because therein lies our connection to the root of whatever is creating this fear. And then step number 4 is we tap. So go back to step 1, find that thing that triggers in you that fear of being alone or that sense of aloneness. 2, give it an intensity number. 3, aim at the part that stands out the worst, the most to you. Step number 4, take your 2 fingers, tap between your eyes, repeat out loud after me, and say, this fear of being alone. All the thoughts that trigger this fear. All those times I've been afraid. The sensation of fear. What it feels like in my body. This fear, I'm really frightened. It's really real to me. I don't like being alone. I'm afraid of being alone. This fear of being alone. Whenever it started, all the intensity in which I experience it, all the meaning behind it. Every time I felt this way, everything that's triggered it, every story, every memory behind it. This fear of being alone. How my body knows it, how to react to it, how it specifically reacts, what happens to each of my body systems. It happens the same way, often, how my body reacts to this fear of being alone. This fear, willing to process and resolve it now. Just letting it go. This fear, the fear of being alone, whatever's left, whatever I'm hanging on to. I'm willing right now to calm down, know that I'm really okay. I'm never truly alone. I'm here with everything that's around me. I'm here with the air that I breathe, the nature outside my door, the ground under my feet, the clothes on my body, the smells in the air, making them all as pleasant as I possibly can now. Letting them all wrap around me so softly and safely. To know that I'm always with something. Just letting go of any remaining fear, no matter where it came from or what it means. And grab your wrist and squeeze it a couple times. Take a nice easy breath. Blow it out. Say the word clear. And in your mind, I invite you to go think of something that makes you feel like you're connected. Maybe it's your favorite activity, or maybe it's someone that you like to talk to or spend time with. Just welcome and invite one of those types of experiences or memories that you might be holding within that help you know what connection feels like. And then when you've got it, start tapping and say, I always have connection. This connection of this memory, it lives within inside of me. I create it like I create all things. And I can feel connected with this. And it feels really good. I know connection. I know it through this experience, this memory that feels so good, that feels the connection. I can have this anytime I want. This connection inside of me feels so good. And then take your wrist, squeeze it a couple times, take a nice breath, blow it out, say the word clear. Then go back to the fear of being alone. And notice what's left. What's the specific story that might stand out? Where are you really, really in resistance to feeling connection? And let that story start to come up. And therein lies more of the tapping material that you can use, and using more taps to be able to process and resolve that experience for yourself. As I mentioned, I have training programs that teach people how to use tapping specifically to be able to help them be empowered to self-heal whatever it is that they have as their stress and struggle. I hope this video was helpful for you. I look forward to your comments and questions below. And as always, with any healing modality, please take personal responsibility for yourself. I will see you in the next video.